show, I guess.
No, he's gonna be in Ahsoka.
Oh.
What guy named Eman Esfandi? I probably butchered that pronunciation,
What's
but
hilarious is that, so this is a fun little history lesson in Star Wars Rebels. The whole ending of that show is that Ezra Bridger sacrifices himself to stop Grand Admiral Thrawn, and the show ends on like this optimistic note. It's like, don't worry, we will find Ezra and we'll bring him back to his family. And now, thanks to Twitter, everyone that's a fan of Star Wars is gonna be like, "Oh, okay, Ezra saved. Woo! We did it."
yeah.
I never watched that show completely. I stopped like every time I try to watch it, I stop at season 2. Star Wars Rebels. I don't like the show. Really.
The show gets better as it goes on. I've heard. I've never watched it personally. I've only watched the Darth Maul scenes.
Everyone that's a fan of Star.
I wanted to watch it because Ahsoka is in it, but
Fair.
I don't like any of the characters.
Don't worry, you have Mando season 3, aka Book of Boba Fett season 1. It's great. What are you talking about? All right, let's see if the audio works.
Star Wars Rebels.
There we
I don't
go.
like the show.
There we go. People sound a-okay. I think everyone's
Yay.
fine and dandy and gay. Isn't that right, Ulti?
Yay.
Good, excellent. I'm gonna raise everyone's volume. Just
Nay.
Yay. Not the derogatory gay, by the way. I mean like in the medieval days when gay was just frolicking around for the fun
By
of it.
the way,
Where it meant.
I have an important question for Prems and Chief before we get started.
Oh no.
Which word do you think is funnier, spaghetti or linguine?
What's the first one?
Spaghetti or linguine?
Linguini.
Oh.
Yes!
I would say spaghetti.
Fuck you!
Yeah, I have Prems on my side, bitch.
You have 2 people. Wait. How many
No.
people do you have? 3 people
I
on
have-
your side against
I have-
58?
5, including my mom. who
Oh,
counts
good.
like 10.
The army of 5 people against the army of 58. I got on my side. Linguini bros for life, Chief. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
No, but I
let's
think
go
about-
Linguini.
Yeah.
I can't be a
It's
part of the
really-
stream.
Fuck you. Oh my god. But on that, I can't even do a fucking segue, but hello, everyone. It's been so long. It's been a dog's age. You guys might be wondering what happened to my human form. It's gone. It's dead. I've now been, I transformed into a cyber tiger made by the wonderful artist T-Oft. He does Metal Gear art, so if you guys want to find him, just look up T-E-O-F-T, and you can commission him, and he does amazing art. Holy shit. Cannot thank him enough. Which is funny, because if you look at my chat history with him, it's just nothing but, oh my god, you are beautiful, thank you, times 300. Could not get enough of him. But oh my god, I'm back. I kind of left for a while, doing secret project-tisms. Leaving the cesspool that is twitter.com, one of the healthiest choices I've ever made in my life. Highly recommend, unless you're in group chats, but we're back. We're gonna talk about that new One Piece chapter now that Wano is over. It's the dawn of a new age. And I thought I would bring back some very old friends that I've missed and that I loved everyone. Well, except for one of you. I'll leave you to figure out who that is, Ulti. So, let's just do introductions. Monkey Man, also known as Chief D. Hater. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm pretty good. Nothing else to say, really.
No, that's fine. A man of short words. That was the best I got, I'm sorry. Mr. Premps, coming in from the newly now revolutionized England. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, no, I'm good. Happy to be back. I think I'm today.
You kind of just vanished for a second.
Yeah, a man of few words, vanished like I can't find anything to compare it to. But yeah, no, a man of few words today. But yeah, I'm all good.
Oh boy, Ulti, looks like we have to do all the lawn words today, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Also, hi Ulti, how are you?
Hello, I am doing good. I'm recovering from COVID. So if my voice sounds a little raspy, that's why.
It's all good. Don't worry, talking about One Piece makes everything better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me it does. Some people, not so much.
Yeah, maybe not on the Reverie chats, but, you know, maybe in general. Oh boy. So I thought that the best way to do this is to go just one page at a time, just do a little breakdown of the whole thing, have some fun along the way. I am not pulling up the chapter on the live stream. I've learned that cost me dearly every single time. So, chat, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to open up a new tab. It's just the way it is.
No, do it now.
What? No, I'm not. I don't want to die. I already have a warning because of trying to record Song of the South on here. The cat's out of the bag. They all know I'm going to work on Splash Mountain, which will probably be a 3-hour movie event by the time I'm done. It's going to be fun.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be great. I will actually give Mr. Prems or Chief $50 if either of you can guess what the plot of Song of the South is.
Something racist?
That's a close guess.
You know what? That could be like a $1 PayPal, because that's what everyone goes to. How about you, Prems? I like $50 on the line. I will give it to you if you can guess what the plot of Song of the South is.
It's definitely going to be racist and stupid and yeah, I can't quite call it, but something out of pocket.
You think dogs are stupid?
Yeah.
Prems is just stunned. It's like, what do you mean by dog? Well, that's the thing. That's what Song of the South is about.
A dog?
So, little boy named Johnny is taken to his grandma's plantation that is apparently, but not really, set after the Civil War. And while he's there,
anything that has plantation in it is, you know,
no,
A little suspicious.
No, it's
Oh.
fine. But
Chief guy.
oh no,
Oh no.
he'll come back one day.
Hopefully.
But man, I get to engage Prems and you, chat, about what the plot is. Oh my god, Chief is back just in time for the
Looks
synopsis.
like I get to go, so I'll do this next time.
Ah, alright, no worries. Alright.
Alright. Bye-bye.
He dead, unfortunately.
Aw.
Things happen. I sprung this on him at the last minute too. I was just happy we got to chat for like 2 minutes. Yay. But Prems, the whole plot of Song of the South is that child is brought to his grandma's plantation. There he meets Uncle Remus, the guy that shares all the stories about the Brer animals, and then turns out that there's a little girl who's being bullied by her 2 brothers because they want to do the only sensible thing in the 1800s. They want to drown her pet dog. And the whole plot revolves around this puppy.
that's a bit ridiculous.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. It's an American classic.
It is peak fiction, Prems. It's the GOAT.
It
Sounds like an American classic.
The GOAT. No, it's the GOAT of all puppy movies. Marley and me, eat your heart out. At least I can laugh at this.
It's such an American classic that it's never been re-released on anything.
So, fun fact, according to my roommate Marshall, he found a copy of Song of the South. No, not just one copy. He found 10 copies in a Confederate Civil War museum in New Orleans.
Why was he at the Confederate Museum?
Because he was taking a vacation in New Orleans and he and his girlfriend were just curious to see if it was, like, completely ridiculous. It's like, okay, is it grounded? It's like, we're just showing off what the Confederates believed in. Or was it going to be one of those, the South shall rise again kind of museums? It was the grounded one, thank the Lord.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, it was like, I was led to believe that there was no physical copies of Song of the South left to pillage, but oh boy, the Confederate Civil War Museum got me there.
I mean, does he have physical evidence that it exists there?
Yeah.
He said that he could have bought it for $30 if he went back inside, but he did not get it because he said, "Is it even worth it at that point?" He at least sent me a picture so I know it's there.
Okay, I guess that will suffice.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna literally change my script from physical copies don't exist to now physical copies don't exist unless you visit a Confederate Civil War museum. What? Speaking of Confederacy, One Piece.
I know. We're
I say
talking
we
about...
just dive into it because I don't want to keep Prems here for 5 hours. I mean, I could.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, definitely not.
Just, as Phil DeFranco once said, let's just jump right in.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to start off on something that I know Prems and I are going to have loads of laughs about. It's the cover page.
So to be honest, I've been waiting for this. Right, I'm gonna go straight into it. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know what Oda's playing at. Like, am I meant to believe that Katakuri went from this amazing individual during Whole Cake Island that we all fell in love with? We all literally loved him. He had amazing future sight. We had seen nothing like that before, and now because of a bit of hallucinogenic gas from Caesar Clown, not even Gastino, right? He's now punching others because you know what, they can't. They're both hallucinating. This is absolutely stupid. But it's Oda. What did I expect?
It's Oda, what do I expect? Yeah, so it's every now and again an author puts something into the story that like makes me retroactively think, why the hell was this not shown before? You had access to it this whole time. So it's like, thanks to Caesar Clown having this gas that again affects even Katakuri, makes me question, why the fuck did you not use this during the arc? Because the whole third act changes thanks to this gas. You could have made like a much easier escape from the tea party. You could have easily like incapacitated half of Big Mom's forces in one fell swoop. What the fuck is happening? Why? Why was the gas involved?
And then there's me, who's on the opposite side, who is just like, I think it's fine. Doesn't really bother me all that much.
I'm gonna need you to explain.
I guess it's just okay. Going on like Trevor's point first, of like, oh well, why didn't he use it? That part never bothers me a whole lot unless it's like really egregious in a story, because like, well, okay, back in Marineford, why didn't Doflamingo use his awakening? That could have been very useful. Or there's other loads of like examples that you could probably pull out, but to me, I don't think it's not much of a big deal for me personally. And then, Katakuri like falling susceptible to the hallucinogenic gas also doesn't bother me because it's it's gas. It affects his body. Sometimes maybe hockey is not enough to like beat that kind of stuff. To me, it's not something that I'm genuinely like mad or like really caring about. I just think it's fine.
To counteract the point of it not being egregious, I think it is egregious because again, the entire third act of Whole Cake Island changes with this information known in mind. If Caesar just opened his mouth during the big gangster meeting and said, "By the way, I have a gas that can make anyone hallucinate, even the top commander, Katakuri, that guy, I can make him beat up his other siblings, and he's like unstoppable." So if he had said that, everything would have changed. I don't know why Oda would just throw this in there, because now it's just making me question everything about the arc again.
Well, maybe he had a very important job, Trevor. He had to carry a mirror.
Which is kind of like even more good of enough an excuse as like, I'm carrying around a mirror, but while I'm at this altitude, allow me to use this hallucinogenic gas that can just affect everyone that I need to.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I also jokingly mentioned him like, okay, well maybe he like developed it like off screen, and this is a new thing. That is a possibility, but that's just speculation.
Yeah, like I would need to like I know I say this a lot. And I know some people are tired of me saying it, but it's like if you're gonna have information like this that changes everything, I'm gonna need to see some receipts. It just helps. You can't just make shit up and just be like, no, this could have happened. Like it could have, but it didn't.
I guess the only excuse I have is that Oda does a lot of things off screen, and so the only sort of argument I would have is that Caesar developed this sort of like off screen quite recently, and so he's just using it and never knew it would be this effective. However, my other argument once again it's got nothing to do with like oven, but it's category. Like he was held to prestige, where I mean, literally, his future sight should have seen Caesar doing this, right? If he could see a bit into the future. Since I don't know what this hallucinogenic like gas can do, but does it stop
You keep cutting in and out, Prims. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you speak fine, and then suddenly you just went into mumble mode. I don't know what happened there.
Apologies, where did I get to? Did you hear me saying that Katakuri should have been able to see this coming?
Yeah, I can. It's the weird because it's a gas, so it's like on one hand, I could believe that he was able to get out of that. Oh no, I'm sorry, opposite. On one hand, I believe that he could have been affected by not seeing it, but on the other hand, future sight allows you to sense any possible danger. I feel like somehow gas would be involved because I don't know. Like if everything else was involved, how come gas wouldn't be involved? If you know what I mean.
Well, I guess it's because it's not necessarily a danger right away, because it's not like killing his body. It just makes him see different. And that's another thing. His future sight could have been affected because, it is hallucinogenic. So maybe he saw Caesar using it and he's like, okay, what's going on? Why happened? And then he just saw Oven as like an enemy. He's like, oh, there he is, attack. So there's like that possibility because it could mess with future sight. Everything's now all jumbled.
I don't know if Katakuri would be the kind of guy that would just let people do things, because that was one of the highlights of his fight against Luffy. He does not give him a chance to fight back. He does everything in his power to kill him before the whole honor-bound thing comes up, but oh man, everything before, the 80% of that fight before, he was trying to murder that fucker. He was not going to give him an opportunity to breathe.
Well, he could have surprised, because going back to the other cover stories, like Caesar surprises them and uses the gas and all that. So, and we know that surprise attacks do work. Again, having future sight hockey should put that point to rest, but if it's hallucinogenic gas, it could mess with the future sight in that aspect.
Yeah. On one hand, I can believe it. On one hand, I don't. It's just complicated. It could go either way. We'll never know unless it gets adapted into a special or an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I've got nothing else to say, but
watch
quite
Film
annoying.
Red.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that far too much right now.
Wait, you seen the film of Red?
No, I've seen all the advertisement of Film Red. It's literally plastered everywhere.
Oh no. I just want to see it so that I know what parts of the plot summary are real and what aren't, because I'm gonna yell a lot depending on what's real.
The plot summary we read was real.
I'm gonna yell a lot then if I see this movie.
Probably.
Fucking monkey god. Anyway.
Anyways, to the first page.
Yes, the first page. We've made it. We've made it at long last. Out of Wano, what new story are we here with today? Oh wait, no, we got to go back to Wano.
Kind of.
It's funny.
Something like that.
Yeah, really on the first page, this whole first scene, Marco is talking with the red-haired pirates. And Marco's like, hey, thanks for the ride. And Shanks is like, hey, you want to join my crew? And Marco's like, no, I'm too old for all of you. Shank's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then Ben Beckman, fucking, he's like, hey, back me up, Ben. He's like, nah,
No.
I can't, man.
It's nice seeing the red-haired pirates, just get more time. It's been 80 years since we've seen much of them.
Yeah. It's nice to see Marco again too.
Yeah, goodbye.
But it's always great seeing Marco, by the way. But one thing that always kind of throws me off, right, is that I always forget that Marco is quite old and that he's older than Shanks.
Yeah.
Is he? How old is Marco?
I want to say he's like
45?
Yeah, I want to say he's like just a tad older than Marco. I
thought he
mean,
was
tad
like-
older than Shanks.
I thought he was like 40.
Yeah, let me look up his age because I'm getting to the bottom of this. Marco age One Piece. Let's see, 43 in his first appearance, and he's 45 after the time skip. So
Damn.
now Shanks One Piece age, that is his birthday, 39 years old. So yeah, Marco wins.
So Marco's a boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Oh my god, no.
That's what they should have done to beat Big Mom and Kaido. They should have just said, okay, boomer.
Oh, they get heart attacks and they fall into the crater, die of magma poisoning,
Yeah, die of being blown up by a volcano.
dies of cringe,
Dies of boomer.
dies of
I mean,
boomer cringe.
They did get blown up, so they are boomers.
No! I'll say that the magma killed them, and then I could just attribute that to, like, Akainu was the one that killed them in the end.
No, that doesn't count.
Damn it.
But they're also probably not dead.
God, no. Oh, before I forget, Whawkins, I know Whawkins would have brought this up. His main issue with this beginning section is the back and forth where it's like, we're in the present. Now we have a flashback about Yamato with Marco appearing at the end. Then we go back to the present, and then we go back to a flashback. It's like, okay, what?
Yeah,
You know what, right? You know what? I'm okay with it, and I'll tell you why. Oda had a few sort of gaps in the story, a few untold bits which he needed to cover up. That's why he did that.
Yeah, it's for me, it's hilarious that the whole Yamato explanation is after Wano, and then that could also somehow be a critique on the writing itself. Like, yes, we're done with Wano. Anyway, about Wano and Yamato, I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, because you also brought up the point of like, oh, this is a flashback. This is what Marco's thinking about. But like in the page of just like Yamato talking with the crew, Marco doesn't show up until the end of that page. So I'm like, how did he know that this conversation? What does he have to do with this conversation of Yamato talking with Luffy?
I think
from like popping in at the last second, to say, hey guys, I'm leaving. Bye.
birds have excellent hearing.
But do
Yeah, I'm not having that.
I do think it was just it's like Oda saw, he was like, oh, okay, maybe I should have done this better, and he added in this scene, and it actually gives a better excuse than like what we originally got a few weeks ago.
He addresses that, which I admire, where it's like literally when she first changes her mind, everyone's like, what? Why? It's like, I'm gonna peruse around the island, and every one of us is like, but you wanted to see the world, and huh? And then in this chapter, it's like, oh yeah, I'll tell Momo that I want to explore. I don't want to hurt his pride, so I'll just be secretly the guardian. Like, okay, respect. I respect that.
Yeah, that's a better explanation than just I want to be Odin. I'm like, okay.
I hated that shit so much. Sorry, Trevor. Yeah, for swearing, but yeah, I hated that.
Hey, it's alright, you can say the fuck word how much you want.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I definitely hated that shit. Like, all of that Odin shit. And it's like, all of a sudden, she's kind of like dropped that act as well. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to look after Momo. Because I think, didn't she say something like, oh, Odin explored all of Wano first, and that's why I want to stay here?
Yeah.
Now, and then now, like, Oda was just like, Yeah, I know that was some bullshit, right? Like, listen, some strong people are gonna come in. That's the real reason she's staying.
He smoked like a heavy joint and woke up in his room the next day. He's like, I ruined the real reason, right? Shit, I released it to the public.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
also when I was on Twitter like a few hours ago, there was a guy who posted a comment that I do want to talk about a little bit.
Oh,
Where
okay.
it was like he was like criticizing people who were like criticizing Wano, and he was like, "Oh, what the flashback of oh fuck, what was it? It was like there was no scene of Yamato talking with the Straw Hats of that she doesn't want to leave, or oh, Luffy didn't talk with Marco at all." And then he's like, "Just be patient, it comes eventually." I'm like, no, you
There was
can't-
no guarantee.
Well, it's not even that. It's like this is not the kind of stuff that you flash back to, because it's like not very important to like flash back to. You should show this as the story is progressing on. You know, show it in present. Yeah, it just, you know.
Yeah, if you're critiquing or really just like complaining about people complaining about this from like the last week, Wano was over. We had no guarantee that this event would have happened. People were right to be mad about this. It's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's just
mean-
throwing that thing of like, oh, be patient. I'm like, yeah, we are patient. We should have gotten it earlier.
I
Where
mean,
it-
in general, I think anyone who wants to critique Wano can critique Wano, because there's a lot of things that haven't been covered in Wano, and I mean that's probably a discussion for another day, because we can talk about all about the Zoro stuff, Ryumo stuff, Zoro being from Wano, all of that stuff, right? And we can be patient, and that could come later on in the story. I think there's a lot of stuff that people expected to see in Wano, a lot of conversations that we expected to see, including the whole Marco Straw and Straw Hat Luffy, what happened at Marineford, all of that. It comes down to just Oda not necessarily always finding it necessary to put it into the actual story. Like, we hardly ever see, like, I'm like a massive complainer about, I never actually see the Straw Hats talk about serious stuff, like what did they do in a 2-year time skip, who went where, who saw what. I don't see those conversations. Like, you know, when, like, I think it was a couple of chapters ago where they spoke about the man with the flame scar or whatever it was, and then it kind of like panned to Robin. She didn't say anything, but we all know that Robin kind of knows something. Me, it's just like, I just think that's just Oda, and if you want to complain about Wano because we didn't see these conversations, you can do it. And if we do get a payoff like we got this chapter, I think it's just a bonus.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. And anyone can talk about whatever they want, as long as they don't lie. CBR.
As long as they think that One Piece is the best thing ever.
You know what? Thanks for reminding me, Prems. I guess people in my audience have no idea how I feel about Wano as a whole, because I kind of left for a while. Just to get it out there, I really liked the first 2 acts, the Roger flashback, or really just the Odin flashback in general, if we want to generalize that. That's one of my favorite sequences in the entire series. And that's apparently a hot take because everyone praises the shit out of Act 3, or really just the raid. I'm the opposite. I would call the raid on Onigashima the tournament of power of One Piece, where it's like, oh yes, there's some absolute highlights, and you know, it's nice. It's a nice spectacle, but man, breaking it down, so many things I could say. I won't though, because like Prem said, that's for another day. But yeah, it wasn't that good, but I appreciate it for what it was.
Yep.
Fuck you,
is
Gear
over.
5.
Yeah, that's really my only complaint. It's like to me it felt like it went downhill once Gear 5th was introduced.
Oh, that is like a nuclear take.
That is a hot take. That is a very hot take.
I'm actually joining him in that boat because, like, I agree with what Gear 5 can do. It's like, I have no complaints. But holy fuck, that
I-
build up, that like how we got to Gear 5 is laughable. It's like, no, we had a couple lines, and the Gorose were extremely incompetent. It's like, mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Gear Fifth, and I like the stuff surrounding it too, like the Nika reveal. To me, I think Gear Fifth just came way too early in the series. I feel like it should have come way later because it's like the idea of Nika was only just introduced like 20 chapters ago, and now it's like, oh, that's what Luffy's Devil Fruit is. I'm like, something I feel like you should have like put a bit more build up or emphasis on.
Especially when Awakenings come in again, and we still get jack shit on what
Yeah.
they are.
And like I really I like Gear Fifth's design. I like what it can do, and I think it made the fight with Kaido even greater. I just feel like at that point, that's where the writing of the story started to like dip. Was when Gear Fifth got introduced, because I'm like, oh, because for the most part, I was like, aside from like a few parts during the raid, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. You know, it's not going exactly the way I thought it was going to go, but for the most part, I was satisfied. And then Gear Fifth came. I'm like, this is going pretty downhill very quickly.
Prems, do you
I
want to
think,
kill us?
Oh no. I think you're right, but I think that once again comes down to Oda trying to cheat and just like rush Wano. I think he's
Yeah.
trying to. Yeah, I think he's. It's, like, if I'm 100% honest, I think we could have had another year between
Mhm.
evolution of Gear 4 to Gear 5, and even Gear 5 in terms of it being the Sun God Nika. I think we could have had like 6 months worth of lore in there, and then kind of like 6 months of like Luffy actually knowing what it is before being able to use it. But I mean, we are in the Fourth Emperor saga,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like, okay, there's no way he can defeat Kaido. I mean, right now, if they were to fight again, fresh, I still believe Kaido wins.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like, I mean, I don't want to make this a whole Wano sort of discussion. I just feel like it happened just to happen, and I think that happens a lot with Luffy because we got to remember Luffy's only been a pirate for a few years, right? Like, there's no way he should be able to take on any of these like top tiers. Like I mean, what Shanks started out when he was what, a kid? I don't know, 12. I don't know, maybe younger.
Yeah.
He's only this OP now. Like you look at like Ido, Big Mom. Big Mom was ridiculous as a kid. It's like taking out giants. Like, do you honestly believe that with another, I don't know, 60 years worth of experience, like Luffy should be able to take a one-on-one? No. Like Luffy just kind of like wins because of plot, right? And being the MC, plot is on your side. So when we see like these really weird things happening and Oda rushing, he's just literally trying to get Luffy as strong as possible, as quick as possible, really.
Yeah, I see what you're meaning because I feel like with Wano, Oda bit off way more than he could chew with like just how massive of a scale the arc was, and I also feel like because like that 5-year deadline that everyone was talking about like a few years ago, like Oda's still sticking to that because like he's saying like, oh, 3 to 4 years I'm gonna be done with the series. So I feel like he wanted to get Gear Fifth out of the way now, so that it just like makes he can make the series just go by a bit faster. And I hope he doesn't rush towards the end of One Piece because I would be very sad if that happened. But I feel like that's how like that was his mindset during all of it towards the end of Wano. He's like, this shit's way too long. I gotta get this stuff done now. Cause like, yeah, easily Wano could have been like another year if like all of these different plot lines came together. Especially if like Kaido used his awakening, which we won't get into that in this stream.
No, please no.
We won't get into that. We'll all I'll say is that I think Wano was an arc that built itself up too high and it just didn't end up meeting everyone's expectations. And I think we all saw it all kind of fall apart towards the end, in my opinion.
Agree, and I think also not only did the community gas it, I think Oda himself gassed it. Like he couldn't wait to draw Wano. and I'm like, okay, Wano was good. I still preferred Enies Lobby. I still preferred Marineford. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's other arcs that I rank higher than it, and Wano was like, was it like 4 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like if he really wanted to expand on things, could have been 5 years, probably 5.5 years. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it-
there's no limit to storytelling that one could have. Whenever I see someone complain about, it's like, God, this arc, what would we have gained from another year of Wano? It's like, probably a lot, but, that's all in terms of execution.
Yeah.
no, 100%. I mean, I even look at like the fight, Zoro's fight with King, um, like Big Mom pirates basically disappearing. I feel like all of it, like a lot of this was just done to rush Wano.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened to the Big Mom Pirates. I'm sad. I imagine that they just died.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably did.
Oh my god.
Apparently, they didn't care enough. He didn't care enough to bring him back.
Actually,
Oh, what-
Prems, hold on. Prems, did I ever tell you my little theory on what happened to the Big Mom Pirates after Wano?
no, you didn't. I just say Smoothie might be the biggest disappointment in the story.
So, my belief is that when the Wano volcano erupted, it launched Big Mom out of the volcano. She went back down the waterfall, and with her being at terminal velocity, she hit the Big Mom, like she hit her ship, and it just crashed and cratered into the fucking ocean, and everyone died.
Flipping hell. I mean, I'd say yes, but I just know her ship is a complete monster ship, and that she couldn't sink it.
Hey, it's Big Meteor. That's what she turned into. I want that to
That
be
would
the
be a fact.
case.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. So anyway, back to Thriller Bark. We have a scene where we get the Yamato explanation. I do like how she has chemistry with everyone, where it's like, hey, don't hurt Momo too much. He has a lot of pride, says Zoro. Sanji's sad that a woman's not joining the crew, even though he has other options. Okay. And I really like the little silent treatment that Yamato and Luffy have, where it's like, I know you care about them a lot, so I won't say anything. And Luffy's like, I feel you, bro. Fist bump. I like that. Then Marco comes up and he's like, hey, head on out. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I never got to say thank you. Thank you. And then Marco says, you know what? Ace would have been really proud of you. I was like, oh, yay.
Aw. Yeah, I really liked that part. That was nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I did love it. Like I said, I found like we needed to have that conversation. It was kind of like Luffy's like, yeah, you saved me at Marineford, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you've grown so much basically since then. And I mean, we've all followed Luffy's journey, and we can see how much he's grown. He couldn't even use his haki properly then, and now he's like a complete monster, stronger than Marco. Yeah, it's good to see, man.
Marco's.
Yep.
This is why what God damn it! I can English. This is why Marco is just one of my favorite characters in general. He's I love him. The only possible complaint. This could just be me. It probably is just me. But I don't want Marco to leave because you are a pretty good white mage, and we're definitely gonna need the shit out of you come the final war, especially after this chapter. What we've seen.
I mean, he's gonna be back for that final war.
Please come back, Marco-chan. I want to love you more.
Or Blackbeard will show up and take his devil fruit.
I will eat your soul.
To be honest, I could see Marco dying in that final war.
Prems, I will eat your soul, and I will gain a hernia from shitting it out.
What if Zoro is fruit?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I just said some random shit.
I mean, that's wild, but it would be insane. But it's very wild. But no, I feel like Marco's like his whole thing has been like, oh, this new era is for you guys. Like you guys are the young ones. You guys are the future. And then he kind of like sees Luffy win the final war and then dies. That's like kind of like his,
No.
that's how I see his future.
Don't be Neji, Marco. Be better. I believe in you. Oh boy.
Uh,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did you have anything more to add for that, Prems?
No. I was just gonna say, Neji was. I don't want to talk about Neji.
Why?
It's like a Nuzlocke playthrough, gone and already forgotten.
I can't do that. If I speak about Neji, I'm gonna go on a run again.
So anyway, about how Zoro's a better character than Sanji, we then cut to the compound.
I'm not gonna bite.
I'm just like slowly like poking you with the stick, Prems. Like you'll wake up even more by the time I'm done with you.
You know what, right? Yeah. In regards to that, let's talk about that. Oda's so toxic. He knows what he did with those bounties.
I mean, yeah.
Good. Hey, let the fishman have his bounty rights. John Adams wrote in the Constitution, everyone has the unequivocal right of getting a higher bounty than Sanji, fish included.
Well, except like 6 members of the crew.
Hey, you know what? Give him time.
True.
I mean, it was done so purposely, and then he had Zoro call him number 4. I mean,
Yeah.
it just was like I was like, Oda, you know what you're doing.
I mean, yeah. He always
Evidently
makes,
knows Sanji's not number 4.
yeah. I mean, he always makes jokes out of Sanji's bounties. He usually has those types of patterns with
Just-
like bounty reveals.
Just wait, Prems. One day, the past is gonna catch up to Sanji for all of his little gag efforts, and that's what's gonna get him canceled, and he'll have like a bounty of like 50, meaning Chopper will have surpassed him.
No chance.
I want to imagine Branu making like a expose video on Sanji. It's like, we have gained some new information about Prince Vinsmoke. He's a terrible person. We don't want him, and no woman wants him. So his bounty is now $50. And it's like, oh, okay.
Possible. Sanji's gonna have the highest bounty at some point, but that's a discussion
No.
for another day as well.
He kills Luffy, like what CBR keeps trying to imply that what he was trying to do in Whole Cake. Sanji kills Luffy. It's like, I am the king now.
Look at me, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Look at me, not the captain now.
Oh man, speaking of captains, this is a beautiful segue. We cut to the Calm Belt, the Isle of Woman, Amazon Lily. I gotta say, I was laughing pretty hard with Whawkins when we read the spoilers for this part, where Hancock is like, oh man, the Navy won't stop coming after me. What can I do? I guess I could marry Luffy. And then Whawkins and I are like, you've always wanted to do that. And then the old woman's like, but you always do that. It's like, ah.
I'm not gonna lie, like everything that comes in the next few panels I absolutely love.
It's so good.
I think Oda was in his bag here. I really like this part of the chapter. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the rest of this chapter is like really amazing.
Same.
yeah.
Oh
One of
my
the
god,
best
we're all in
chapters
agreement.
we've gotten- It's one of the best chapters we've gotten in a long, long time.
Yeah, this is
I
easily
agree.
like 9, or dare I even say it, unless someone proves me wrong here. This is like a fucking 10 out of 10 because so much shit connects back to this. And it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, yay.
Yeah,
Also-
I'm gonna go for a 9.9999999 out of 10.
I see.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved
I'll
it.
go with an 11 out of 10.
Good. The perfect
You
10
try
out
to
of
raise
10.
the averages. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with 8.999.
No.
Just to drag it down.
Yeah, no, 10 out of 10 is like purely reserved for like Yu Yu Hakusho levels, so I'm glad we're all in agreement. So yes, we cut back once again to Amazon Lily, and the Marines are attacking, and Yamakaji, who I'll be honest, I did not remember his name. I just remember him from Film Z and those couple shots of Marineford of this smiling vice admiral, and it's like, yeah, I'm leading the attack. Let's send in the pacifistas, and we finally
The
get to
Seraphims.
Yeah, we finally get to know what this is all about. Whawkins and I, when we read this, we freaked out. Prems, do you play Kingdom Hearts at all? I forget.
No, I don't. I don't. But I've literally listened to every single one of your Kingdom Hearts conversations and discussions. I basically feel like I do play it.
So, do you know about the data fights in the series?
I do, yes.
Yeah, this is basically what it is. So, like, oh god, I have to like compact this as best I can. So, ever since the Reverie, Fujitora hinted that Vegapunk has made something that will make the warlords obsolete, and every single fan was like, "No chance! What the hell are you gonna do? The warlords have Mihawk. The warlords have Hancock. They're one of like the three great powers. How the fuck are you gonna change the one of the three powers and be on your side?" Well, Vegapunk had an idea, and we got a little hint of it. Yeah, we got a little hint of it in the King flashback, where apparently there was a race called Lunarians. They were like impervious to most weather conditions and just fire.
Yeah.
Wasn't that it?
No, they're impervious to like all weather and shit like that.
There we
'Cause,
go.
I mean, they're probably from space, so
Yeah. We need to
I
know.
think they're
We'll
like
come
most,
back.
most definitely from space.
yeah.
Yeah. So, we not only did he take like the Lunarian DNA, but he merged that with. And this is where we start connecting the dots. I remember children being experimented in Punk Hazard, and I feel like that's coming back. So Vegapunk, that's kind of like the we're still missing like a couple missing links here, but basically the whole timeline is he made clones of the warlords, mixed them with Lunarian DNA, mixed them with the pacifistas, and already like that's more than a handful.
I think you're a bit off. I think you're a bit off there, and I think quite a few people on Twitter are a bit off there because, one, yep, I think those Punk Hazard kids, yep, there they are. Secondly, I don't think he's actually mixed the warlords in. It does have. We saw Boa, and we saw
Mihawk.
Mihawk. Did you see? It was that sort of like mini Mihawk stuff. But
Yeah.
I think the only way to do that must mean that Mihawk must have been captured by them at some point.
I don't think so necessarily. As long
So
as
how
like,
did they get his DNA?
I think if they got close enough to him, they just took like a strand of hair, anything, because we know cloning exists thanks to the Vig smokes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's many. I mean, they could have also used like spies and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's possible.
this
There are
is
ways
just-
to get DNA.
I just refuse to believe that Mihawk, as he stands now, would have let anyone get close to him. He says that he wants to be alone, like he doesn't want anyone near him. He doesn't want trouble. He like lives on an island by himself. He seems like a man that's scarred.
Yeah.
Maybe in one of his battles with Shanks, he got a cut and some blood dripped onto the ground, and that's how they got the
We're
DNA.
bringing in Bio Broly now with this.
I mean, that's like massive headcanon there. I mean, I mean, funnily enough, we do know they've had Kuma, right? They've had Boa was captured. We know King was captured. I just feel like in order for that is there some sort of foreshadowing that Mihawk was captured at some point? Don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, this is one of those missing links where we have no idea, but this is just the fun speculative side. It's like we got Boa, we got little Mihawk. Kuma's already a thing. They made an army of Kumas, like as like a fucking prototype. So not only that, but this made me and Whawkins questions like, wait, can you give them devil fruits? And I think that's why they've been trying artificial devil fruits.
Yeah. And I think, and they are bloody strong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, all of the damage done to Amazon Lily was basically from those two Seraphims.
and they weren't damaged at all. Like they even mentioned we couldn't even like get a good scratch on them. It's like holy fuck.
Even Blackbeard, an Emperor, was like, he was caught
Like,
off guard
what
by
the
these
heck?
things. It's like,
He thought,
holy
what
shit.
the heck is going on here? He was like, what have you just done? Like, he was hacking up. Like, he said, what? And I think that's like the first time we've actually seen Blackbeard use hacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
So that's crazy. Yeah, it's insane. They are ridiculously strong. Uh, I think on the flip side, I think we kind of undermined. Say we, but I do feel like the community undermined the warlords to some extent. Like we all knew they were warlords, but I think the warlords have proved themselves to be really, really strong and probably stronger than most of us thought. Look at the likes of like I think like I think Crocodile being beat by Luffy so early on kind of like damaged his reputation a bit. Um, Dofi's absolutely broken. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Obviously we have Mihawk and we know what Mihawk is. I think a lot of people kind of like underrate the warlords, but the warlords are serious. And so the fact that these pacifistas are there, should I say, they're there to report. I'm guessing these kids are SSG, right? So
Yeah.
they are the replacement for the warlords. I mean, they had to be able to like be compared to those warlords, and so if you put them up against Boa, if you put them up against Kumar, if you put them up against Mihawk, Ofi, they've got to be able to go toe to toe with them one on one. And from what I've seen, I mean, they can do just that.
I don't think they could probably go toe to toe with them at the moment. They're still strong. I think it would take a few years for them to grow and develop more before they were able to like take on.
I think that's
Like,
why
just
they have
because
Lunarian DNA in them to really help
DNA,
close that
yeah.
gap.
Yeah, but I'm
Agreed.
saying they definitely could like give these things a few more years to like grow. And
I mean,
could
can they
probably-
grow though?
I'm guessing they probably can.
Oh,
If they're kids, they probably have the ability to age.
yeah, didn't someone correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't the Germas experimented with aging too?
Yeah, so they
Uh,
were like growing. They were like growing like their soldiers. So
Yeah.
it's like for like a 25-year-old, it could take like 4 years or something like
And
that.
before anyone
So-
says that the Germas
Oh.
aren't connected to Vegapunk, if anyone forgets,
They are.
Judge was absolutely connected to Vegapunk. He was like one of his old associates. So anything
Yeah.
that Judge did, anything that Caesar did, it's going to be in Vegapunk's line of work.
I mean, anything that Caesar, Queen, or Judge have done, I mean, I'm guessing Vegapunk is perfected.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
oh boy.
That's actually interesting because now that I think about it, I feel like all the foreshadowing was right there, just by looking at all of like the people who are associated with Vegapunk. It's like Caesar, he was working on children, Judge was working on clones, and then Queen was like working on implementing abilities from other people's into like himself. So you combine all together, and that's kind of what you get. Also, Queen dropped the Lunarian name, was the first person to drop the name Lunarian. So there is
Oh
that.
yeah.
there's
I
I mean, it's
um,
like crazy. It's crazy foreshadowing there. Like,
yeah, this is one of those chapters where it's like a lot of things just kind of get merged together, and we're just like, oh my god, this is what's been building up to the whole fucking time. And in true Oda fashion, it's not what we expected, because it's literally children soldiers, and they're super strong. It's like, we're gonna fuck you up. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when we talk about devil fruits as well, artificial devil fruits, they've definitely got devil fruits. And it's been foreshadowed with Momo's devil fruit, and the devil fruits are broken like Kaido's devil fruit. So,
Exactly.
yeah, can you imagine they've got if they've got what's it called, the another Hito no Mi, or the Opi no Mi,
Oh god.
or yeah, it
Or
would be
even-
absolutely insane.
Or even the Nika fruit.
Yeah, it's untouchable.
I'm gonna say that's the only one that can't be replicated.
Yeah, no.
Because
I'm
it keeps
joking.
running away somehow, grows little legs, and jumps in the ocean. I don't
It
know.
has a mind of its own.
God damn it! I want to.
I mean, can you imagine they had the Guru no Mi, like literally?
Oh god, no. Oh man, I want to imagine Mini Whitebeard wrecking shit.
I mean, maybe.
It could
Like,
happen.
Village's corpse.
Like again, we have literally just opened the gateway for data fights in terms of One Piece. It's gonna be insane.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Before I forget, because I gotta rewind a little, but I want to comment on the fact that I don't know if this is like intentional or not, but when Blackbeard blocks Kid Hawk's attack, you can see his face, like a close up of his face. I can't tell if it's just anger or because of the force of the slash. He felt that damage, and all damage he takes is like double, so he was like in immense pain. So he immediately goes, "Fucking black hole!"
So I know we've skipped a few sort of like panels here to that Blackbeard thing, but I think it does kind of like go down to the thing that Blackbeard takes double the damage. Just because I think it's like his devil fruit or something like that.
Yeah.
So it takes double
Yeah.
double the damage. So yeah. But I think they are seriously strong.
Indeed. Oh, yes. And now we get to do the time warp again. We're going to go flashback into the flashback. Just don't get lost, everyone. It's all right. It's not Inception. We'll be fine. But, yeah, the pacifistas are fucking shit up. They have the Kuma lasers, or really the Kizaru lasers. They're just destroying everything. And then, in something that I really like, and I don't know if a lot of people notice this, but when Blackbeard shows up, his main ship is just a giant raft. It just shows up. It's like, I really like that. It's just a giant version of his first ship, which was just a pile of wood.
Yes. That's all I can say. Yes.
Yes, give me more. So he shows up, he knocks the Marines' boats out of the water, and it's like, nope, I am not letting you get in my way. I want to take Hancock's power for myself. And Katarina and Vasco Schnott are there as... well, yes, his name is Schnott.
I think it's just Shot.
Nope, it's Schnott.
Schnott is funnier, so.
Yes, Vasco Schnott is here as well. Now, this is a bit of a strange piece of dialogue where, one, I get it, but on the other hand, what? So basically, the line is, Blackbeard is here on the island with two commanders, and the Marines contact Yamakaji to be like, "Sir, we need you to give the order so that we can like do something." And then Yamakaji's like, "Well, we gotta wait for HQ." And then Blackbeard immediately like destroys the ships. It's like, what have you got? No, self-preserve yourself, please.
Well, they probably don't want to start an incident with one of the 4 Emperors of the Sea. Because they're already trying to handle, like, taking on a warlord. And then... I
don't think Blackbeard gives a shit either way. I feel like self-preservation would be mighty key right now.
I think it's twofold. I mean, we do find out that Blackbeard does kind of give a shit. I mean, Blackbeard doesn't fight battles he doesn't have to fight. I mean, when I first seen him show up, I was like, he was coming for Boa Hancock this whole time. I mean, there was so many theories. People were like, oh, he's about to go get an ancient weapon. He's about to go do this. It was Boa's power that he wanted. And it just makes sense because he's been looking for devil fruits for ages. And I'm guessing there's probably like a next level to Boa's devil fruit that we haven't seen yet that can be unlocked. And that's what he's gone for. But I think second fold is with Yamakaji is this is just another like some more evidence that the vice admirals aren't shit. Like they are absolutely trash. Like they can't do anything.
I mean, they're not entirely useless, but like you can't have one just go up against an emperor. I think he'd be.
I mean, I don't
able to fight like one of his commanders.
I don't even think like Yamakaji could beat Boa. Do you know what I mean? It's like they can't fight warlords. Like warlords, all the warlords, Bar and Buggy, would defeat.
No, I don't know. Buggy, I think, could one-shot any vice admiral.
Well, yeah, plots on his side.
Yeah. I mean, they trusted him enough to go after Boa in the first place, so I think they had some confidence that he would be able to take her on.
No, I just don't think they had the resource. I mean, we've heard it. They don't have resource to send admirals, and like it's as clear as that.
Yeah, it was
like
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I was gonna say if they could send an admiral, they'd send an admiral. They just literally don't have the resource. I mean, what like it's like Yonko that they've got to sort out, and there's actually real life like issues that they've got to sort out. And it's like, all right, for these warlords, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send our SSGs who should be able to be their level, and the vice admiral, and the likes of like a Kobe, that should be enough to try get Boa. But once again, like Boa said, they've been coming for weeks, right? So was it like 2 weeks or something that they've been coming there, and they just kept coming? So they clearly haven't been able to. They're just trying to overwhelm with numbers.
Yeah, they're trying to win the war of attrition.
Yeah, they're trying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I
they're trying
applaud.
to
Like, they're actually, yeah, they are woefully, they don't have, like, the resources. They are not prepared to deal with the devil fruit like Boa Hancock's, but that's why the pacifistas are there. They're just going to try their best. And at least Kobe's trying to negotiate, but everyone's like, no, fuck you, you're invading my turf, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wait a second, hold up. I just had a thought.
Was it?
Which character will we see first? And when I say see first, I mean which character will actually do something in the story first? The Lunarian copy of Weevil or Weevil himself?
Probably the Lunarian copy.
Lunarian copy. No, actually, I think Weevil is probably gonna see Marco quite soon.
What if Weevil is just... What if Weevil got Kuma'd where he just got murdered by the Marines and then he comes back as like a cyborg and he's like, yes, masters. Rah!
That would be pretty funny.
I just feel bad for him at that point. It's like, oh, you
I
tried.
don't care. It's just such a nothing character.
Just like Conjuro.
Meh. Conjuro at least did stuff.
Just like Bullet.
Well, I mean, yeah, fair. He's not canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, Prems. You have no idea how much damage that does if he becomes canon. No!
He probably does become canon soon.
I will get a torch and singular pitchfork. I will rebel. I will protest. I'm just gonna stand outside Oda's house with the megaphone, just like, you fool! Do you have any idea what you've done? And then the newspaper comes out and it's like, angry weeaboo screams at Japanese author's house for 23 hours.
And dies.
The report comes out, it's like, for some reason this person had a whiteboard going over the inconsistencies of the Stampede film.
I also do want to mention, going to, I think it's like page 7, where like Blackbeard first sees the Seraphims. I like the detail of he's like, wait, you're kidding. White hair, brown skin, and black wings? I like to think that, well, because we know he's like a big fan of history, and he knows a lot about, like...
He reads a lot.
Yeah, he knows a lot more than he lets on. So it's possible that he has, like, knowledge about the Lunarians. So I liked that little detail of, like, you know, adding more to the fact that he knows more than we, like, give him credit for.
Yeah, and to add on top of that, I also like how... It's not, like, directly in your face, but as soon as you see Kid Hawk attack, you can see on the shoulder PX, and that is exactly what Blackbeard uses to go like, wait, PX? Oh, shit!
He's like, oh, fuck, that's a pacifista?
Yeah, I think that's it's really interesting to see, because now Blackbeard, once again, if we're talking about knowledge, he's the first one to probably have seen these new PXs and what they can do. And he's gonna go back and be like, all right, listen, the Navy got these new powers with these kids, our PXs, that their new SSG basically are Lunarians that are ridiculously strong that could take down my commanders easily. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. Once again, he gets the knowledge before anyone else.
Yeah.
Indeed. Diddly, goddamn diddly dee.
And then he's just like, fuck this kid, black hole.
Yeah, just fuck you. And that's the last we see of Kid Hawk.
Yeah, he died.
Oh no.
No, he's probably fine.
He probably got out and Blackbird's like, fuck it, I need to get to Hancock. On my way.
Yeah, and then like Boa Hancock just like destroys a shit ton of people on her way to Blackbeard.
I'm just glad that she does. It's like, yeah, this makes sense. Good job. Oh, and she even took care of Katarina and Vasco Snot. And you think like, oh wow, you're gonna do it, Hancock. You're gonna win. And then she's prepared to like break these statues, and she goes to like perfume. But then, probably thanks to a little off-screen black hole, Blackbeard shows up and just grabs her by the throat. It's like, welp, how you doing?
Well, well, I think what actually happened there was it was like Kobe, right? So she was going to go so she turned her attention away from Blackbeard, was going to Kobe, and then Kobe's like, oh wait, hold on, and then Blackbeard's kind of like blind, like on from the blind side, like grabbed her. So it was kind of like she shouldn't have took her eyes off Blackbeard and going for Kobe instead.
Also,
Yeah.
we need to. It's time to play the game. Who's better than Sanji? And then we get the bounty game once again, because Prems needs to get riled up even more by us.
I mean, are we talking about Blackbeard's bounty?
And Boa's bounty. It's like I am just so happy that Blackbeard has a more fitting bounty this time around.
Yeah,
But you
I'm
know,
kind of like I'm interested to see if like this incident was what boosted his bounty, or if there was something off screen that we didn't see, because it
definitely
is
something
higher.
off screen.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it has to be off screen, because if it was like, oh, this incident boosted his bounty, I feel like they would have said that.
I actually have another theory. I know a lot of people say that when Shanks went to go see the Gorosei after Wano, it's like, oh, he was talking about Luffy. That said the Gorosei no. I'm going to call horseshit on that because, my god, that just raises more questions. But I have a feeling that Shanks told the Gorosei about Blackbeard, the danger that he represents, and the Gorosei in response like, alright, so, Brando, can we raise his bounty a little bit? You know, because he's holy shit, he's a big danger.
It
Well,
also
to be,
could have
I
it.
go for it.
Yeah, it could have been Im-sama, because we know, like, when he was first introduced, like, we saw him cutting up a bunch of posters, and Blackbeard's was in there. So maybe it was, like, his order of, like, I want his bounty raised now.
Yeah.
So the reason I kind of disagree with you, Trev, is because I think at some point bounties become irrelevant. Here's my explanation. If a bounty of like close to 4 billion Blackbeard, I don't believe there's anyone in the verse that's even gonna go and try and attempt to cash in on that bounty.
Yeah, good
So
point.
It's kind of like raising the bounty is pointless now. Like we're saying this is how much like we're going to give them in terms of their bounty. But the only people that could even attempt to go for a Blackbeard are Kaido, Big Mom, maybe Luffy now, Shanks. Outside of that, who's really gonna go and pull up to Blackbeard and try get him and turn him into the Marines? It like there's literally like only 4 or maybe 3 people, 3 other pirates that could actually do it, right?
Zoro,
It's no chance.
pirate hunter.
No chance.
He's got no devil fruit. He could.
He's so
he-
far off.
If Blackbeard sucked him in close, he'd be like, "Oh, thanks," and then he would just be like, "Oh, onigiri," and he'd beat Blackbeard.
Yay! Da, 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 confetti, strippers everywhere.
You guys watch wrestling, right?
No, kind of.
That's more of Whawkins' territory.
Okay, all right. But you guys know who Vince McMahon is, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. He had this saying. It was no chance in hell, and that's what I'm gonna say right here. Yeah, there was no chance in hell that Zoro could even contend with Blackbeard.
I don't know. I know.
I mean, I don't even think Luffy can right now, but
Oh, Luffy. I think Luffy could take him easily.
Who?
Well, maybe not easily. I think Luffy could defeat him right now.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, Blackbeard? Are we talking about Blackbeard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking about Blackbeard.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
No
I
chance.
honestly, I think Blackbeard was like before Kaido. Luffy could have. I think Luffy had a good chance of taking on Blackbeard.
No,
No,
'cause-
no.
You see, the funny thing is, right? Yeah, I think Blackbeard is too clever, right? And I mean, where is it? The fight with Ace versus Blackbeard. Most people thought, okay, Ace is definitely stronger here. Blackbeard found a way. That black hole is very OP. That negates Luffy's devil fruit.
True, but
So if
Luffy
we're
keeps
thinking,
getting back up.
yeah, but right now, yeah, it's like the reason Luffy was able to beat Kaido was Gear 5. Gear 5 doesn't exist against Blackbeard. Luffy has to improve his haki. Like Gear 5 is basically nothing. It basically against Blackbeard, it's negated. Right? Same what we just seen now with Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock, her devil fruit was literally like she turned everyone to stone. Yeah, Blackbeard's commander, stone. All the Marines, stone. There was literally only two people that went turned to stone, and it was Kobe, because I'm guessing Kobe, he's a Luffy fanboy, and to put it nicely, and Blackbeard, fortunately. But then Blackbeard himself said, "I'm not gonna let you go because if I let you go, you're going to turn me into stone." No, meaning that he knows he could be turned into stone. But the fact that he was able to sucker him with the black hole, hold her, and negate her devil fruit, pretty much rendered her useless. And that would be the exact same thing that would happen to Luffy right now until he improves his haki,
I
where he
mean,
can do Wi-Fi haki like Shanks.
I mean, but at the same time, he has like advanced Conqueror's Hockey, which is like one of the upper echelons you can really get in the world, and I think that alone would like really help to like prevent, well, not prevent, but it's like if he gets caught by Blackbeard, he has that up his sleeve to just use on him. He's like, okay, you got me in close, bam, advanced Conqueror's Hockey Punch. I'm like that. There's only like so many other tiers you can go up higher than that.
Yeah, but the Blackbeard's definitely got that. Like all of the all of the all of the Yonko have that.
Mm, I don't know.
When you have
I mean, who
access
doesn't?
to... Oh, I'm sorry, Prims. Go for it.
I was gonna say, who doesn't?
Who doesn't have advanced Conquerors?
Yeah, who doesn't have advanced conquerors?
A lot of people, actually.
Uh, I'm talking out of the Yonko.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, we can't say Blackbeard, and I mighty asterisk on that one because no one Oda, he's gonna give it to him. But yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, I get what you mean by, because like all of the Yonko have advanced Conquerors Hockey, but I think that that's going to be used as like a way to, because like there's the idea that Blackbeard is not the man that Roger was waiting for, because he takes shortcuts and all that kind of stuff. He doesn't really fit the normal idea of like a person who usually has Conquerors Hockey. And one of the big patterns we usually have seen of like users of Conquerors Hockey is that they never run away from a fight ever. Blackbeard is the only exception to that. If he has Conquerors Hockey, where he's like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna fight the red hair pirates. I'm like he's willing
I
to
just
run
think he's
away
calculated.
from the battle." I
Yeah,
know, but like that's something you've seen from every single person who has Conquerors Hockey. Of they will never run away from a fight, and they also there's also having
I
the
disagree.
I,
Luffy ran away from a fight.
that was only when like his friends started getting like destroyed, and he
Yes,
barely had.
and
He
and he
didn't
ran
even-
away.
Yeah, that was like one time, and then after that, he's like, "I'm never running away again." Whereas Blackbeard, like actively will not go out of his way to fight people, in some regards.
I think once again, Blackbeard doesn't have the intention to fight people. He's thinking about the bigger picture. Like he didn't come to Amazon Lily to come and fight Kobe or the Marines. He pulled up knowing that it's the Kuja pirates and Boa Hancock, and he's like, yeah, you know what? I could fight them with with these two and myself, I've got enough for that. Everything else that came, and we're about to touch on the Dark King in a second. Yeah, it's he was just like, okay, now this is, I didn't plan for this. This didn't go to plan. Um, I mean, I say when we talk about being calculated, like he was sitting on Whitebeard's ship for how long, and it was just by, it was like fortunate that Thatch ended up getting um the what's the black hole devil fruit even called?
Dark
Um,
fruit.
Yeah, it's just yummy
yeah, the dark
yummy.
dog fruit, yeah, the yummy yummy no me, right? So it was by luck, and then everything else that's happened over there has been calculated. When Shanks talks about getting his scar, how does he scar him? Once again, it wasn't by luck. Shanks says it's like it's all kind of calculated. With me, I just don't feel like, I feel like Blackbeard is a conqueror. When we talk about Roger, him not being the one Roger's waiting for, I guess it's kind of like in life. There's more than one way to get to your destination, and it's kind of like that bit is trying to take a shortcut. He's trying to get to that destination, but because he has his own sort of way of thinking, and it's different to the right way. But it doesn't mean it's necessarily the wrong way. It's just being viewed from a different point of view. It's like
Uh,
it's like it's like making chips, right? You can have oven chips or fry some chips, right?
I guess fair.
and and he's cheating.
Yeah, especially when you have like the whole thing with Luffy, it's like, yes, he has God. All right, Blackbeard has theme that can cancel out Devil Fruits and Whitebeard's fruit. He has a really good wall. You're gonna need not in a straight fight. You can't
At
beat him
least-
like that.
At least with like the Goro Goro no Mi, like Luffy being made out of rubber and can now turn everything into rubber, kind of like counters that fruit in a sense.
All right,
Because it's like, how do you shake and break apart something that's just rubbery? You can't.
Yeah, I
Really.
agree. I think they're the perfect like opposites. Like, and I think
Yeah.
that was done intentionally.
yeah. So that's when this is where the fun part comes in. It's like, all right, yes, Whitebeard's fruit is negated. So about that darkness fruit.
Advanced Conquerors. That
I mean,
would hurt him a lot.
he can only use one fruit at a time, right? So it's like he can use the darkness fruit, and then he can switch it to the other fruit, I'm guessing. But
is-
you know how they
yeah.
talk about the power, that he's got the power to destroy the world. Luffy literally has the power to save the world. Like
Yeah.
he turned everything to rubber. They completely negate each other. It's gonna come down to Conqueror's Haki.
Which I think he won't have.
He
That-
definitely will have Conqueror's Haki. It's just whether Luffy's one is more advanced than his.
I'm willing to bet that he doesn't.
I'm actually kind of on Old T's side because I haven't seen any hint of Conqueror's Hockey from him yet. I feel like that's
I
why
mean-
he has two Devil Fruits to help compensate.
Yeah.
I think prior to this, we had no evidence that he had Haki. Full stop. He'd never used armament Haki before.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is true, but at the same sense, with Conqueror's Hockey, we'll just kind of have to see.
Yeah.
But I feel like if he
We might just be going around
yeah.
in circles at this point. It's just like,
Yeah, 'cause-
he does, he doesn't. Okay.
I'm trying to think, 'cause I'm like, there's really no way to show that he's Conqueror's Hockey because you can't really reveal it during Marineford because he's not like blossomed into his own at that point, and he hasn't really showed up a lot during. Well, Oda could have had a chance to show it during the when Gecko Moria showed up. That would have been a good way to do it. I'm just trying to think of ways like it could have been shown before, because I'm not saying that that's a bad thing of like building up to it, but I personally think he won't end up having it.
Well, I'll put it like this, right? So prior to Wano, the only thing that we thought about Conqueror's Haki was that it'd knock out people. We always kind of had an inkling that there was like another step, but none of us really knew what it was. And it wasn't until basically Luffy's fight with Kaido, or in fact prior to that, where we saw like like the flashback with like Roger versus Whitebeard and stuff like that. We
Yeah.
started saying, okay, these guys are really imbuing their Conqueror's Haki into their swords, into like, and you're like, oh, so this is what we can do. But prior to that, we had no idea as to. I mean, we were all thinking, okay, what's the difference between Rio and like Advanced Conquerors? Like we were still trying to figure things out, and I think Blackbeard hasn't actually gone up against anyone for us to see that he's got Advanced Conquerors haki or not. I mean, he has fought Shanks, but we don't know what happened there. And we know Shanks basically has the highest form of haki that we've seen, or Advanced Conquerors haki that we've seen in the story so far. So the chances that he doesn't have it, I'd say it's unlikely. Um, is it something that he relies on? I don't know.
I guess that's fair. I feel like Trevor said, he's compensating, because like having two devil fruits, he thinks that that's a good way to, compensate for not having this very advanced form of hockey that every emperor seems to have.
Yeah, and to also add on that, when I say that, it's like I don't I don't even believe that maybe Blackbeard. It's like I'm going to compensate by this. Like I think this is intentional just by Oda. It's like, yeah, if I don't give him Conqueror's hockey, I gotta do something just to combat Rubber God Boy. Quake power, Whitebeard fruit mixed with the Darkness fruit that can cancel out fruits. That'll be a good matchup.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
there's
more than
also-
enough.
Do
also
we
the
think he
thought-
can have a third devil fruit?
I
Yes.
hope so.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's like a plot twist that's just waiting to happen.
I do think he will have a third devil fruit.
And it will be Ace's fruit.
No. It will probably be
chance.
Zoan.
Flamin' Darkness.
He'll have the hippo fruit.
The hippo fruit.
I mean,
Would you?
so the reason I think that is because it's I don't have like a shit ton of evidence. Mainly, it's one.
I mean,
Oda
everything's headcanon for all of us, right?
True. But Oda has drawn and said like Blackbeard's spirit animal is kind of like a hippo, like several times in like SBS and that kind of stuff. Plus, hippos do have multiple stomachs because they're a part of like the cow family, which have that. So that would be like an explanation of why he can eat multiple devil fruits because he has 3 different stomachs. It's just that type of idea.
I'm sorry to. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, Ulti. I'm laughing because. Have either of you watched Kenobi?
No.
No.
There's a character that gets stabbed through the chest by a lightsaber,
Oh,
and it's
I
like,
know that part.
yeah, you're dead. You're fucking dead. And then people defend that scene when this character comes back to life, and it's like, well, no, he's an alien. Don't you know that, like, look at cows. They have multiple stomachs. And it's like, yeah, if you stab a cow, they're still gonna die.
Well,
That's what you reminded me of right there. I don't know why. I just brought those memories back.
yeah, but he also has the dark side of the Force, which that keeps him alive.
Oh, no. The person that brought the defense up didn't even mention the dark side. It's like, cows have multiple stomachs. That's why he survives. Like...
Yep. Which segues into our next panel.
Yes, Hippo.
The Dark
Man.
King.
Yes. The
Well,
Dark-
before we get to the Dark King, I do want to mention because Blackbeard brings up the Rockyport incident because he mentions like
Oh yes.
I'd seen this character named Ochaku, and
Yes.
that's how he became like the new boss of Pirate Island. So I'm like, oh, and that makes me think that we're probably gonna get a little bit of a flashback to the Rockyport incident because like it's being brought up a lot, and there's a lot of characters who were involved in that incident. Because like we know Kobe and Law were there, but now I guess Blackbeard had some skin in the game as well.
Yeah, oh god, I'm trying to find again, but basically Whawkins and I looked up Ochaku, and he was like, not just based on a real pirate, but,
Wang Chi, or was it, or something like that?
yeah, there was some kind of One Piece character named Ochaku, and he was like, a big deal, but I just, oh god damn it, I can't find it again. What the fuck? I think he was a member of the Rocks Pirates. I'm pretty sure that's where we found him.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
something. Yeah, I think it was Rocks Pirates.
Oh, Wang Z. Maybe it was Wang Z. Let me see if I
Wang
can...
Z. It was Wang Z.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, Wang Zi.
God damn it! Is there a page that I can go to on here? Here we go. Onesie. No, that just brought me to the other pirate. God damn it!
Lurking legend.
I don't want my real pirate. I want my fictional pirate. Fuck you, Tism. Ugh.
Oh yeah, because Wang Zi is a choco in Japanese.
Yes. But yeah. Ignoring real pirates. This is like I like Kobe in this scene. I don't know if he gets enough credit from the fan base, but Kobe is just like, can we not kill everyone? Can like Hancock, you can turn these people back, right? Just turn them back, and I don't want innocent people to die. And then Blackbeard's like, well, I could lose 2 commanders. Fuck it. I think I'll kill her. I just want that power. I love that scene.
I love the nonchalant like sort of like energy. It's like fuck it, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, I'm about to lose these 2 commanders right now.
Oh well.
Yeah, because he doesn't really care about his crew that much.
And that
Not
is
like
why
Luke.
he will lose.
I mean, probably.
Friendship will always be the victor against pirates. Just ask the real Blackbeard. And the camera cuts to just his head. Still decapitated in real life. But it's time. Z-Doc King arrives. Ah! I don't hear no squealing from you two. I thought you guys were fans.
Yay!
There we
Yay!
go. Much
Go
better.
for it.
Silvers.
It's the Dark King.
Oh my
The
god, my
motherfucking
my
Dark King.
erection. What?
Erect like Kobe's eyes.
Oh my god, yes. So he shows up, and everyone's like, "Why? This isn't fair." And
No.
the second line that Rayleigh has, he does not address this Yonko by his name or his title. He just brings up like, "Oh yeah, Whitebeard's old apprentice. Be honest, I never liked you." It's like, oh.
It's like, you fucker.
And this is Jotaro versus Darby
I
all
mean,
over again, where he just
I-
bluffs it.
I love the faces of like Kobe and Blackbeard when they see Rayleigh. Like, it's absolutely hilarious.
It's great.
And it's hilarious because I think with like Rayleigh's like first like sort of like his first words were kind of like I knew the Navy would lay siege to the island. Like he had no expectation of seeing Blackbeard there. Like he was like, okay, I've come for like the Navy, and he's like, oh, Whitebeard's old apprentice is here, huh? And it's just kind of like, okay, I've got Blackbeard and the Navy to deal with now, and they're just an absolutely shocked to see Rayleigh there as well.
Yeah, and then like I really like this part because this could be the last time that we see Rayleigh kind of like pull a move like this, because this is like, he even says it, this is a very lucky bluff that he did. He just shows up like, I could kill you all. Hey Hancock, release everyone. I'll make sure no one else does anything stupid. And it works. It works that one time.
The biggest bluff ever called in One Piece. It's like, because I think he does go on to talk about that he doesn't think he could beat Blackbeard, but he's just like, I'm living off my past clout.
Yeah. He gave up 10,000 Twitter followers to make that call.
But once again, this only works because it's Blackbeard, and it's like we know Blackbeard has a history of not having to fight if he doesn't have to. Whereas, like, if you had replaced Blackbeard with Kaido's like, let me see what you got, old man.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh shit.
Exactly. Honestly, it's kind of a good thing that the Roger and Whitebeard pirates would have clashed back in the old day, like in the Odin flashback, because if they hadn't, that bluff might have been called.
Yeah. Although he probably would put up a decent fight against him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone's going to argue against that.
Probably take off an arm.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? So I think, particularly like with like all of these old guys, so whether it be Garp, whether it be Rayleigh, all of them, I think they can hang. They can hang for like like I don't know, maybe minutes, hours, but it comes down to the like sort of like stamina thing. Like they can't kick it for. I think how long was like Akainu and Aokiji like fighting for? They were fighting for days, right?
Yeah, 10 days,
And
I believe.
and Rayleigh hasn't got more than 24 hours in him. He's like he's like I can keep up with Blackbeard maybe for like 3 hours, but then I'm pooped. Like there's nothing more I got after that, and that's where he loses.
I need to point out, in chat, we have a very special guest. Whawkins is in the chat.
Yay! Get it.
He yelled out friendship. That's all he yelled out. He yelled out friendship.
Yeah, that's how Luffy will be.
Camera cuts to Kurosuchi behind a bush holding a rope.
I mean, Kurosuchi probably made the Seraphim, so...
God damn it, now I have to tell everyone the context. So, Prems, I forget. Are you a Bleach fan?
Massive.
Good, you're gonna love this. So, the other day, Whawkins and I were just hanging out, chilling out, as we do in the schoolyard. So, he was making a video, I believe, on the Fullbringer arc, and he had to rewatch the Momo and Aizen scene where Momo gets stabbed, and it was just funny to him. And so I decided
Just before you go on, I was
Yeah.
just gonna say I rewatched the Fullbring arc recently, and I actually appreciate it far more now. Okay, you can
That's what he said too. Yay!
I liked it.
So we then turn into like a more comical scene where it's like after Aizen stabs Momo, it's like, I'm sorry, Momo. Gin comes in, it's like, I'm sorry, Momo, stabs her again. Tosin shows up, I'm sorry, Momo, stabs her. It's just a long line ending with preemptively ended with Yami in his release form walking down the stairs like, I'm sorry, Momo. And you just see a distant explosion from Soul Society, and then the last person that comes up is Kurotsuchi with a lone piece of rope. And then it goes on. We decide to take it to One Piece, where it's the same gag, but instead of Momo from Bleach, it's Momo from One Piece. So Aizen stabs Momo, and then Kurotsuchi walks in with a rope, taking Momonosuke up the stairs of Central 46, and you just hear like screams. I was like, no! It just turned into a gag where it's like, we just came up with these stupid examples. Like, Ace dies in front of Luffy, he cries and breaks, Kurotsuchi appears behind him with a rope.
Oh my gosh, absolutely ridiculous.
It was great!
Yeah, instead of Rayleigh showed up, it was just Kurosuchi.
Kurotsuchi wears Rayleigh's coat, walking in with a little piece of rope. Oh my god, I'm dying. Just the image of Kurotsuchi slowly walking behind a battle with a lone piece of rope. What would he do with the rope? That's for him to decide and you to find out. Oh my god. I hope that by the time this stream ends, Kurotsuchi appears behind me with a rope.
I don't think you want that.
What if at the end of the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, like the Christopher Robin saves the day with his AK-47, and then it's like, it's over, Kurotsuchi appears behind him with a rope, and then like a scream is heard. Prem, you're gonna see that movie, right? The Winnie the Pooh horror movie? You're gonna see that, right?
Of course.
Yay, it's such a funny trailer. You have seen the trailer, right?
No, I actually haven't.
Before you move on, I just want to tell you how fucking much of a train wreck this movie might be. There's like 3 shots in the trailer, all played next to each other, where Piglet comes up to a girl, he scares her by making her fall into a pool, and you think, oh shit, what's he gonna do? She's like immobilized by water. in the next shot, Piglet follows her into the water with a sledgehammer. It's like, wait, what? And then in the next shot, Piglet magically teleports and destroys her head with the sledgehammer. It's like, what?
Oh my god.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh.
Oh. But unfortunately, sledgehammers, dead momos with Kurosuchi coming out of nowhere are gonna have to be put on hold. We have one massive plot twist left to uncover: the true identity of Shaki. And she is none other than the former captain of Zikuma Pirates from 2 generations ago. The former Empress. It's like, what?
Yep. So this was not in the spoilers, like that part specifically. So when I was reading the chapter today, I was like, "Oh, hi, Shaki. What's this? Oh, ex-captain of the Kuja Pirates. What?" That's really cool. I'm honestly down for that.
Oh,
To be
that...
honest, I loved it, to be fair, because like I didn't read any of the spoilers, just so you know, so everything was like fresh to me. I literally read it all this morning, and I saw that, and I saw, oh, ex-captain, and I saw, oh, former empress. I was like, everything just makes sense now. Rayleigh, why he's there, they're literally married, like why he protects it, why he could take Luffy there. It just all came into fruition, then it just all started to make sense, and I was like, she must be flipping strong as well.
Probably.
Oh, sure.
It's
I mean,
like,
a lot of
So
people,
yeah,
a lot of people thought she was with the Rocks Pirates for a while, and I mean, still
yeah.
possible that she was before she made the Kuja Pirates.
yeah. Oh man, it's just like, it's like little. It's not like the most massive a plot twist, but it's the little things, you know. It's like, oh man,
It was a little flex. Oda just like threw it in there. It's kind of like, oh, by the way, she was the former empress.
he flexed his shoulder and just decided to throw this in.
But one question I do have, it does say from 2 generations ago. So who was the former empress from the last generation?
I
Do we know that?
I took that as saying it's like Hancock took over from like the last generation from there on, because that's why I took from it. It's like, oh, she Shaki came before Hancock. That was 2 generations ago. Then when she left, the next generation was
was
Hancock and stayed that way. That's what I
Okay.
took.
And then now we're in a new generation, and it could be someone else soon.
Marigold.
Maybe.
No chance.
Um.
Tama.
The Lunarian Boa Hancock shall be the next empress.
Maybe. What was the name of that one chick that was nice with Luffy during Amazon Lily?
Whore?
Yeah, her.
Yeah, no, I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah, the blonde. The one that looks like, Phosphor, or... Oh, god damn it! The blonde-haired lightning angel from Kid Icarus. God damn it, I can't remember her name. Phosphora? But, god damn it. Blonde Amazon One Piece. Let's see if that pulls up in... Oh my god, I got her! Margaret, that's her name.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Margaret. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be her. Because
Also, what I wanted to throw in there is, they talk about Boa having the love sickness or love bug or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was it Elder Neon, that old woman, and she's like, oh, maybe remember when Boa fell in love with Luffy, and I think it's quite evident that Shaki had the same thing, or Rayleigh.
Man, so if Luffy taps that Hancock puss, then she'll finally calm down for the rest of her life. Alright, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
We did also skip over the fact that Luffy's bounty poster is plastered on the front of...
Oh yeah, in the background.
Oh yeah, that's right! Great, I love that. So there's little touches.
She could just say, hey, this island is protected by Monkey D. Luffy.
Blackbeard Girl's like, cool, what else you got?
He's like, oh, okay.
I hit him against the floor once. It's like, oh, okay. Oh boy. Wait, is it? No, yeah, no. Then everyone's having like that little recuperation, and it's like, yeah, one of those Lunarians looked exactly like Boa Hancock when she was little. They even have the matching earrings. I don't know how Vegapunk cloned that shit, but you know, if he can clone humans, I'm pretty sure he can clone jewelry.
Probably.
There we go.
They have starry pupils for some reason.
The Dragon Balls.
Oh shit! There is 7 warlords.
Ah!
Oh
Yeah,
my
well.
god! If you gather all the seraphims, you can make one wish.
You make Omega Shen pirate.
Well, I mean,
So-
I think if you gather them all, it's equal to a busticle. You wipe out an island.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? I'll improve it. It's a buster call that actually works.
Yeah.
Is there anything? No. Yeah. No. The last big little plot twist is that Kobe has been abducted, and we
I like
don't know
it.
what happened. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
He's
It's to me, it's kind of like Blackbeard saying, "I'm leaving here with something,"
Yeah.
and then with Kobe going, we get some more lore, because he's evidently going to be saved by Aokiji, because this is
Probably.
linking into Sword.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. A nice way to tie it
I
into
was-
that.
I was thinking he was gonna sell him off to Cross Guild because of the whole like marine bounty system they have now, and that way Kobe can come face to face with Alvida again.
Good lord. Oh, before I forget, I just want to mention that I already, like, in terms of big attacks on characters that we like, I want to give 50,000 points to Blackbeard for actually being able to not only, like, intimidate everyone, but actually being able to damage people. Meanwhile, you have Green Bull, who stabbed Raizo, it did nothing, and then he sucked off Shinobu, killing her, but no, it's just a makeover.
Oh.
So thank you, Blackbeard, for actually doing things.
Hey, Green Bull did hurt both of them. They got stabbed. That means something.
And they came out better for it. Well, actually, no. Shinobu came out better for it. Meanwhile, Raizo's like, I need a girlfriend. Wop, wop, wop.
Yeah.
Well,
We did it. We did it. So, now that we
Okay.
did it, 10
guys,
Out of
I've
10?
got to head out now.
Fine.
Oh.
But we need to catch up again soon. I loved the chapter. Absolutely loved it.
Yay. Yeah, just, hey, dude, thank you for coming on. It was great having you. We're going to do this more. At 3 a.m. your time. Next time. Absolutely.
No chance.
No.
I mean, it's almost 3 a.m. here, anyways.
Yeah, I'll be sure to put your info in the description, so everyone just be sure to check that out when the VOD comes out. All right? All right. Good. Very
Peace
good.
out.
Bye, Prams.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye. Fucking tired bitch. Can't believe this shit.
Yeah. Now we can talk bad things about him.
Ha 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 ha! His queen died.
Jesus.
That's what everyone's doing on Twitter. If you look up the queen on Twitter, that's all it is. Every single thing that pops up is like, oh man, thank God that bitch is dead. It's like, okay. So to close it out, I was about to ask Prems, but I think I already know his answer. Scale out of 10, just being subjective. How do you rank it?
I would say, yeah, pretty much like a 10 out of 10 chapter, you know, aside from like the flashback at the beginning. You know, better to get it than not. I think it was oddly placed, but hey, whatever. And
Yeah.
then I think all the other stuff made it well worth it. Because, you know, just a lot of exciting stuff and a lot of like excitement for the future as well.
Diddly. Thankfully I'm not Soulstorm, so I don't count the cover page as part of like the overarching story. Those cover pages can be judged on their own. So everyone's about to hear this for Prems gave it a 9.99. Excellent, very good.
Yay.
This is a rare thing, everyone. Is everyone ready? I don't think you are, especially you, old T. I'm pretty sure that cover page aside, holy shit, this is like maybe a 10.
Yay!
There's really not that many things wrong with this at all. Just like tiny little nitpicks, and again, we already covered them. Like any issues that we have, they're just pretty much like missing links. They can easily be explained in the future. If not, it becomes a problem, but that is not this chapter's fault per se. That'll be the future to handle, but yeah, pretty fucking great. That's like, I'm glad that this is like, this chapter gave me life. It made me want to do a stream like this again with some old friends, and hey, if this keeps up, we could try to do this weekly and then try to schedule around everyone's time zones again. You guys have no idea how many people were supposed to be involved in this.
There was supposed to be like 10.
Yeah, I had personally reached out, and I don't blame these people that they couldn't make it in time. Because Chief, very last minute. Flying Panda, he said that he could try to make it, but, yeah. I don't blame him. He wasn't able to make it. He has a daughter, he has a kid, he's got things to do. Minder JV, I told him that, hey, last minute we're doing this. He said, alright, I'm in. And then, I guess we just happened too late for him. But yeah, Whawkins just wasn't able to make it this time around. Who knows? We'll try to bring him in next time if he wants to. But yeah, I got nothing else. Is this the the only other thing that we could possibly talk about would be D23, but that would be overarching. You know, I feel like that would miss the point. We could end it on a high note. By the way, actually no. While I have this, so during our little chapter talk, I found something, OT. Are you ready for fun?
No.
So, this is just because I am a big fan of Haunted Mansion.
Is that so?
Yes, it is one of my favorite things of all time. No one can take that away from me, even though Disney might be trying their best right now.
I thought it was Splash Mountain was your favorite.
No! Once my movie comes out about that ride in Song of the South, my stance will be very clear. And for those that want a sneak peek of that, here you go. I like Splash Mountain. Not love it, but, you know, there are things I like. It's gonna suck that it's being changed, but okay. It's whatever.
He loves Song of the South, though.
Song of the South is just a mess.
Oh, that's putting it nicely.
It's a mess of a movie. It revolves around a puppy plot that has no resolution. The villains of the story have no resolution. It's like, hey, we did a terrible thing. All right, what's the punishment? Oh wait, the movie's over. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The punishment is you get put in the bull ring.
So, someone, I'm not gonna name who, honey, she alerted me to something. The Haunted Mansion got a first look at the D23 Expo, and I was like, all right, what's going on here? So the director took to the stage, and he's like, I worked at Disneyland in his youth, and he's like, oh, all right, good for you. And this is all in an article. I'm just reading it. I don't have any footage pulled up here, but the film adaptation of Haunted Mansion will be full of Easter eggs, mixing both humor and a dark edge. I'm like, all right, very good. Don't fuck it up. And according to this article, the trailer has a lot of looks of the mansion. It also has several glimpses of, well, certain actors like Danny DeVito.
And Eddie Murphy.
No. But there is someone that matches Eddie Murphy and potential comedic cringe, Owen Wilson.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say cringe.
Oh, wow.
Owen Wilson's great. Leave him alone. He's Lightning McQueen.
Wow.
Wow.
As well as sneaky cameos from Winona Ryder, Dan Levy, and Hassan Minhaj. I don't know if I'm saying that last name incorrectly. So, it would be the latest in Disney's lawn-running line of theme park movie adaptations. Lawn-running? What do you mean? What do you mean lawn-running? There's only been there's Pirates, but that was just Pirates. And then you had Jungle Cruise, and as much as I like that movie, it's not good.
You like that movie? Really?
It's a guilty pleasure.
I can't stand that fucking movie. I
So
hated
one of the main reasons is Becky. She loves Jungle Cruise, and we were watching that on a date, and we had some nice memories, while watching that film. We made like a very special kind of Disney dinner to go with watching Jungle Cruise, and it was just a very nice time. So that's why I liked watching Jungle Cruise, but it's not good.
That's nice. I did not give a shit about it. I only saw it because my fucking mom wanted to see it.
Oh my god.
I was like, all right, I'll go with you, Mom.
Oh no! Owen Wilson's the main star! Oh no,
What?
they are going for the
Oh my
comedy!
God.
Oh no!
Yay! That's awesome. I like that.
Oh no!
Hey, let him have it. He needs a win. Last time he was in anything was Loki.
Oh god. Lakeith Stanfield will also be in it, and Tiffany Haddish will be directed by Justin Simeon. This version of the film seems to be headed for an actual release, unlike Guillermo del Toro's version. Wait, what?
What? There was a Guillermo del Toro version?
I want that version! Give me that shit!
That sounds interesting.
There's been a couple... Oh, son of a bitch, there was gonna be one? No!
And then it got canceled like Batgirl.
I might do another stream, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow or maybe Sunday. But yeah, I'll probably aim for Sunday. Maybe I'll do like something that will just like react to everything that D23 put out, just to give my thoughts on it.
Fair.
If you want to be part of that, you're more than welcome to.
Maybe. I'll see.
Yeah, I'll see if anyone else wants in. I need Disney people. I need to get Disney fans in here just so we can like get more hindsight.
Is Bovine a Disney fan?
Probably.
I don't know. He's online right now. Ask him.
Oh, okay. I won't. Oh yeah. Is there anything else we need to add before we just go say bye bye to all the lovely people?
Nope. I think good chapter. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm really looking forward to watching My Hero Academia continue to train wreck itself next week. And JJK was also really good this week. That's a message to Trevor to read and watch JJK right now.
No, I'm too heartbroken over My Hero because I'm gonna be honest. It's My Hero's like number 6 in terms of like my favorite stories. If a certain action is made possible, it's going from like a 6 to like 9 in an instant. It's like no, you did it. You pulled a Naruto. You pulled a Game of Thrones season 8. You just like what the fuck? Why?
I mean, I think they've been doing that for a lot longer, but that's another stream.
Yeah, no, we'll have that debate when the series ends.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I would definitely be down for a My Hero debate at the end.
You know what? I might just do like I'll host the debate, but it has to be you versus Whawkins.
Okay, I'd be fine with that.
Oh no. Whawkins, be gentle on this little boy. Meanwhile, Whawkins is like the Rancor bit foaming. It's like, My Hero.
Hey, I love My Hero too. I'm sad to see how it's turning out. I'm not really like overjoyed. It's like, oh, I hate it. But I mean, I get a little bit of satisfaction of seeing how a series can go downhill in a weird way.
What the fuck? Oh my god, we missed a comment from Daimyo. What the fuck? How did I miss this?
Yeah, that was like a while ago.
What the fuck? God damn it, I missed it. Oh, my bad. I have my audio off, so I can't be spoiled. But
I mean, that's why I was like, that's probably why, because he wasn't really here for long.
Okay, but wanted to come give a like, comment on the stream. Oh, my dude, thank you very much. It means a lot. Dude, come Sunday, join us. Do it, pussy.
Do it.
Lizard Media, bro. I don't even know who you are. Why are you in my subscribe tab? I don't know. You tell me.
Hello, though.
Hi.
Hi.
Actually, I might be able to solve this. Have you watched Yusuke? No, not Yusuke. Have you watched my Team to Go video? Because a lot of people have been coming from that. Like that was a big boost. So you might have come from that. I don't know. But also, hi. We're about to end. Sorry.
Yeah, stick around if you want to see more.
What do you
I
mean
guess.
stick around? We're out of things or something.
You still have a channel.
Well, you can make one, and you can engage with the lovely audience. You can
No,
engage with the
fuck
lizard
that.
man.
No, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I'm trying to be an author, man.
Oh, I know you from the funny EFAP video. Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, well, there you go.
Which one by chance? The one about science? Was it the science debate, or the cosmonaut variety one, or was it the malignant chair one? I'm very curious as to which one got you. It's probably the profile picture too. I just changed the profile, so you know.
Probably.
I am a new man now. Very wise. No, I can't even say wise.
You're not even a man. You're a tiger.
Dude, I just want to hire you and McGregor so you're like, he's more cyber tiger than man now.
Yeah, but he's too busy doing Kenobi stuff.
I feel so sorry for him. No one should do more Kenobi stuff. Not after what we got. It hurt.
I don't think he actually is. I think he's just kind of chilling.
At least the witch debate. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm Lizard. Unfortunately, we're just about to cut it off here. You guys seem cool though. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay,
We're cool.
We're part of the cool kids. We have sunglasses and backwards hats.
We're getting in with the lizard crowd.
Yes. When they eventually take over the world, now that the queen is dead, the barrier has been lowered down in terms of energy. The lizard can take over. We're cool with them now.
Yeah.
Ah.
You hear that, lizard people?
Yeah.
We're cool, just like your blood.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, fortunately, got to cut it off. But hey, special thanks to all of you that came in during the chat. Special thanks to anyone that just watches this in VOD format. Depending on how this how the next chapter goes, we might be doing this again. Who knows? But yeah, come Sunday, I'll probably look at all the D23 stuff and see how that goes.
Yay.
Yeah.
You better, or
Yeah.
else we're gonna kill you.
Well, fucking fine. Let me contact Bovine. We'll go from there. I'll tell the Red Prince you guys are cool.
Yay!
All right, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.